Maybe it's in the gutter where I left my lover.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan, also known as Eternal Enemies. I stream on Twitch. I also post all my game clips on Instagram and TikTok. And I would like to thank Cameron here for inviting me to do this interview.
No problem. So, Ryan, I've kind of known you for a while now, and wasn't sure how heavily you were into gaming, but you seem to be taking streaming very seriously lately. So, what really brought you to streaming and being a content creator?
I tried to do it in the past, a couple years ago, and then it just never took off. I never got too interested in it, and then when me and my ex separated last year, I used it as an escape to kind of get out of my own headspace.
Yeah.
And since then, it started to pick up. I got affiliated in December, and last night I built my first PC. So
yeah, beautiful thing.
We've just been building from there, and we're gonna continue to build and try to make the streams better and just enjoy it.
And how long did you say you've been doing it for?
Since August 2nd of last year.
August 2nd of last year. So you've got in a year, you've actually come a long way. So I'm very impressed. You know, sometimes it takes many years for people to get to the level or quality that you're at. So I'm impressed with what you've been done, and I hope you keep it up.
Thank you.
Another question I have here is, as a streamer, what games do you like to play?
Recently, it's been a lot of Warzone, but I'm looking into, now that I've built the PC, I might do a mixture of, along with my Warzone, in between games, I might do some Pokemon Go on the side.
Oh, wow, Pokemon Go, yeah.
So I was thinking about having a side screen for Pokemon Go, and then, like, as new games come out, like The Last of Us Part 2, I streamed that for a bit last year when that came out. So as new releases come out, I'm gonna look more into it and more into what people are into, and it's hard. Like I'm big into sports games, but to stream sports games is really hard especially when you guys got guys like Nasher doing the NHL streams and everything like that, and he's already such a huge fan base. Everyone goes to his content most times. So right now I'm just gonna stick on the Warzone path, and hopefully some more games come out along that path line where I can just continue to shred in the battle royales.
Interesting. I like to hear it. So since you're on Twitch, is there anybody in particular you follow? Anyone that inspires you to keep streaming?
I wouldn't say they inspire me to keep streaming, but like I have a couple interesting guys that I watch. Like a lot of them are big names, like Tim the Tatman is a big one I watch all the time. And then for like Pokemon Go, like Mystic7. I picked up on watching his YouTube stuff before he ever went to Twitch. And then like there's a lot of guys out there. Nick, I've watched Nick Merckx a few times. And then there's some guys that pop up and I'm like, okay, like let's check this guy out. And sometimes they're like really entertaining.
Yeah, and they play together. I find Tim the Tatman to be actually like pretty entertaining, because I've never seen someone be so good but so bad at a video game in my life. So it's funny to watch him. A couple more questions. What positives do you find in streaming? I know you said that you used it as an escape earlier on, but is there anything else that makes you happy about streaming?
It's the community. For the most part, you get a couple bad eggs, but you get that everywhere. But for the most part, most of the community is positive, and I interact with some other streamers that I personally know as well, such as yourself, and like they bring guys into my stream all the time that are like very, very positive. They come in, oh hey man, how's it going? Like they'll shoot the crap with me, and that's about it. Like I met a guy, he's a country music artist, Grayson Rogers.
Okay.
He reached out to me on Instagram like 4 or 5 months ago, right before he started streaming, and then started streaming, and now he's already affiliated. He's on his path to partner now, and his stream really took off.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive then. And then one day you'll be there too. Then I'm sure your stream will pop off very soon. You just keep on your grind there.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm on path to partner right now, but it's gonna be a grind. It'll probably be a year or two before I hit partner,
mhm, mhm.
but I'm down for put in the hard work to get there.
So, do you have the reason why I do these interviews is because I like to give smaller streamers and just anyone in general just the insight of what it's like to be a smaller streamer nowadays, because we all know that streaming has come a long way and it's been different over the years. You have a lot of big name people who don't always notice the smaller streamers. Some people, take the time to reach out to them and help them, grow as well. I've seen that happen a few times, but I don't really feel like the smaller people get their shine. So what struggles have you gone through in like your year of streaming?
For the most part, it's outside of streaming. A couple struggles were like because I have 2 kids. I'm a single father.
Mm-hmm.
It's finding the time to not only stream but also edit your video content that you want to post on your Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever. But thank God, like my baby mom's pretty cool with it. She understands, hey, like this is a passion of mine. This is what I want to do. And then like my work schedule is amazing for this type of like streaming and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I can't really like complain, but like other than that, like you get a couple days there where you're like you average like 1 or 2 people, and you're like, oh no, like where's everyone? And then you'll do that for a few days, and then one day you'll get like 6, 7, you'll max out at like 15 or whatever, and you're like, oh wow, where are you guys? But you have to understand people have full-time jobs. They're always not going to be able to tune into your stream, right? So I don't really look at my viewer count because you're not supposed to. You shouldn't. Don't look at your viewer count as a negative thing. If you're streaming to 1 or 2 people, you're streaming to 1 or 2 people. If you're streaming to 15, you're streaming to 15. But it's about being positive and not paying attention to that viewer count and interacting with your chat for the most part, from what I've done. So that's the best way I can put that.
That actually leads into like one of my final questions, and it's just, what advice do you have for other people? Because I find a lot of bigger content creators, they always give like some advice that's very basic. They don't give like the grit, the grimy, the inside of good advice to really help people. And that actually is a pretty interesting one, because a lot of times people focus on their viewer count instead of just doing them and just trying to be entertaining for that 1 or 2 person that's in there. So is there any other advice you have for people?
I'd say don't worry about the money you're making off of Twitch. Like if you have a full-time job on the side, like my PC I built from my own money. I didn't build it from the money from Twitch. The money I get from Twitch normally goes to giveaways or goes to buying new games, or I need a new controller or something like that to stream more content for you guys. But other than that, I just say, like, don't worry with it about your view count, anything like that. Have fun, enjoy the game you're playing, and just be yourself. No one wants to watch someone that's gonna be fake.
Yeah, we don't want any of those. They act one way on stream, and then they act completely different on the. But at the same time, it can be kind of different. I mean, some people like Dr. Disrespect, for instance. I'm sure when he's not in his I don't want to call it a gimmick, his persona, he's one way, but maybe it's a little bit different when he's like chilling at home with the family with his daughter. I'm sure he doesn't have that whole outfit on or everything like that. So
yeah, no, like I censor myself for the most part when I'm on stream.
Yeah,
like I cuss a lot. My dad's a trucker. That's where I get that from.
understand.
But other than that, for the most part, like I try not to. I try to censor myself because I understand, hey, I am going to get audience that's under the age of 18.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, and even when you click your content to be mature content, you're still going to get audience under the age of 18.
Of course, because they're just smart enough to read it and say, yes, I am over the age of 18.
It's no different than someone that's like 14 or 15 trying to go on like someone's OnlyFans page. Like, that's the way I look at it, man. Like, I'm almost 28 years old. I was a teenager once. I know how to get around. I know how to get around the loops, and they're a lot easier to get around now.
It's very good that you're like aware of that, so it doesn't matter what kind of situation you're put in, you will be professional enough to not get in trouble or anything like that. So it's good that you're very aware of that. So just to finish this off, do you have anything else to say? Any comments? You want to shout anybody out or anything?
I'd like to give out a couple thank yous here, especially to my my good friend group that's actually put me a long way through the stream. They tune in at least three or four times like out of the week. If I stream 5 days a week, they tune in quite a bit, and they always sub. They also gift subs all the time. So like I'd like to shout out my buddy Monster Waffles, aka Corey, and Mr. J93, aka James, who also helped me put together the PC yesterday. He did a lot of work on that.
He did a lot of work, yeah. It can be kind of difficult in putting a PC together. I didn't even put mine together. I had some of my coworkers put it together for me, so I couldn't. I
sat with them.
Yeah, I sat there too.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
Yeah, it's not easy putting a PC together. I've watched a PC put together like hundreds of times on YouTube, and I'm just like, okay, I got the parts, but what do I do? I'm scared. So I had somebody else build it for me too, but it got built together, so that's what we call it. So it's good that you're shouting out to your friends, though. I'm sure they will appreciate it if they end up seeing this video. And man, I'm looking forward to more of your streams and more of your content.
Yeah, and also, guys, Cameron, I know the video's not gonna be up for a few days.
It's going up tomorrow. I have a lot of free time.
But guys, I try to stream like 2 or 3 times a week. It is always different. If the video goes up tomorrow, Cameron, guys, I'll be streaming tomorrow night and Wednesday night. So
any specific time?
If I have my kids, it'll be 8 p.m. I'm actually
Eastern.
just about to go live here after this interview. And also, I'd like to say, hey guys, I've got merch coming in. We're starting a merch line for the Twitch page and everything like that.
Merch, okay. And, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's the first time I've announced it.
Oh wow! So, and you heard it live here, first on my channel.
We're gonna have t-shirts and sweaters to start, and hopefully those will be a go soon within the next month or two. And by the end of this month, we'll be fully operational with the PC stream. Gotta buy a couple things, but I'd like to thank you again, Cameron, for this interview.
I want to thank you for taking the time to do this, because it can be kind of, for me, it's very nerve-wracking. I've never done anything like this, but to have someone such as yourself, take the time and understand what I try to do here, and coming by to do it shows like not even like you're interested and you're serious about your content, but you show that you support me as well. So I thank you a lot, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Like, we've known each other for over 10 years now.
Well,
we used to go to McDonald's at lunch almost every day.
Yeah, I remember those days. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you again, and I'll be looking forward to your streams tonight and tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Cameron. Have a good one, buddy.
You too. Take care.
Tell me pretty lies. Look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.